hi. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on. Jane. They're here. They're coming.
Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm Jane. Oh, it's Easter. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
And I was just getting a bit excited, and I was having some.
I hope you've got some for me.
Pre-breakfast Easter chocolate.
Eating chocolate before breakfast.
Absolutely. When else do you get to do it apart from Easter?
Christmas?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but we're talking Christmas. We're at Easter. Isn't this a fantastic day? Happy Easter again to everyone. We're so happy to be here.
We are.
Absolutely. And obviously, Jane's brought the chocolate. Have you got lots of eggs at home? Have you got lots of chocolate eggs at home? Big question. Have you decorated an egg for later? Ooh. I wonder if you've had one of these hard-boiled eggs and you've painted a little face and later on you're going to roll it down the hill.
Oh, I do like doing that.
That's great fun.
Or maybe an Easter egg hunt to find some more chocolate.
It's just all about eggs, isn't it?
And foods.
And food. But you know, all of these things point towards Jesus. And they point to, the eggs point towards the way that the stone rolled away from the grave. That when we look at a hot cross bun, there's a cross on there, reminds us about Jesus on the cross. And even though we love food, chocolate, and all these things at Easter time, they are all pointers to Jesus. And that's what we're about this morning. Absolutely.
I think we've got a game.
We have a game. Are you ready for a game? So talking about eggs.
Oh, I'm just going to move.
These are maybe not chocolate eggs, but there are other eggs. And what we're going to do is we're going to show a picture up behind me here. I'll move out of the way in a wee second. And we're going to show a picture of eggs. And I want you to think about which animal, are you ready? Okay. Which animal do you think laid those eggs? And if you're at one of our sites, and we have Catalyst Vineyard sites all over the northeast of Scotland, if you're at one of our sites, then you might actually get points for your team at the moment. You might be in the red team or the yellow team. This could be some serious points. So you might need to pause the video between us showing you the picture of the egg, and then we'll tell you the answer afterwards.
I wonder how many we'll get.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Absolutely. I'll move out of the way. We'll show our first picture. Are we ready? Okay. Can you tell me which animal do you think laid these eggs?
I recognise it.
You recognise those?
I think we maybe had them in our kitchen.
Ooh.
Or we maybe used them for decorating, for rolling. I think it's a chicken.
You think it's a chicken?
I think it's a chicken.
Do you think it's a chicken at home? Let's have a look. It is. You are totally correct. It is a chicken. Well done.
Might be the only one I get. It might be the only one I recognise.
Well, I think we need to just get a bit notch up with a little gear here, make it a little bit more challenging. Are you ready for the next one? Okay, here's the next one. What do you think? Which animal do you think did these eggs? Now, they're a wee bit funny shaped, aren't they?
Yeah, and I don't think the ground looks very nice. I don't think I'm going to like what comes out of those eggs. I think you've tricked me again because you did this to me before.
No.
I think, and I'm going to close my eyes. I think it's a snake.
You think it's a snake? Do you think it's a snake at home? Does that look like snake eggs? Shall we take a look?
I'm not going to look.
And you're right, it is snake eggs.
Oh,
it is snake eggs. Funny shape, aren't they? Let's look at the next one. Oh. What do you think the next one might look like? The next one looks like. Now that's a bit of a funny looking one, isn't it?
It's very big.
It's huge. Look at it's got the person's hand there. Look how big that is. You get a good omelette out of that one, I think. Imagine rolling that one down a hill. That would be pretty cool. But it's cool colour as well.
It's my favourite colour.
It's a really nice coloured egg. But I wonder, what animal do you think laid that egg?
It's got to be some sort of big animal.
Big? Ooh, what big animal? Elephants. Do elephants lay eggs?
An ostrich?
Ooh, you're very close.
Oh.
Did you say ostrich? Have you got it at home yet? Have you got it at one of our sites? What do you think it might be?
An emu.
An emu. Shall we look and see? Well done. It's an emu. Well done. That's quite a cool egg. I think if I ever see an emu egg, I will know exactly what animals that came from. Right, let's look at the next one. Okay. Now, there's lots of tiny little, they're like little pearls, aren't they? The little small, tiny ones. What do you think? Okay. Which animal do you think? Have you got this one? Have you seen this before?
Could it be fish?
Oh, fish. That's a good answer, but I'm not convinced.
Oh.
Not convinced that's right. What do you guys think? What do you think?
I don't know. I give up.
I think some of our guys know this.
Oh, you probably get it more than me. You might know
I
better than
think
me.
they've got this one. Shall we have a look and see?
Yeah.
Okay, it is a turtle.
Oh.
Okay, a turtle. Do you not? No, never seen turtle eggs. I've never seen turtle eggs,
No.
but apparently that's what they look like. Okay, let's look at our
Learn something new
next
today.
one. Okay, and next one here. Now, bit different again, isn't it? Wonder what laid that?
A
Any of
duck.
this? Oh, now, I'm going to
Whoa.
say here that it's not a duck,
Oh.
but the answer that you've given me means it's super close to the right answer, okay?
So it's not a duck.
It's not a duck, but maybe, I'll give you a clue because it's a hard one. It's got duck in its name. Can anyone think of an animal that's got a duck in its name?
Does it look like a duck?
Well, a little bit. It's kind of got a bit of a beak like a duck.
Oh, so like a bill?
Oh, like a bill. Uh-huh.
Duck-billed
A
platypus.
duck-billed platypus. Let's have a look. What's what that has? Have you ever seen one of those? Interesting. Isn't that amazing? God's creations that He has here. Now we've got another one. Let's have a look at this one.
They're quite small.
It's small, absolutely.
So they're smaller than a chicken's egg.
Yep.
Do you know what they remind me of?
What did it remind you of? What did it remind you of? What did it look
Remind
like?
me a bit like mini eggs.
Okay, right, but it's not that.
Oh, I was hoping it was.
What do you think? What do you think this could be?
So smaller than a duck. I
Now,
don't know.
I'll give you a clue. Sometimes when you go to a posh restaurant, you get these. Okay, I've actually had one of these before when I once went to a posh restaurant. Normally I just go to the chipper, but I was at a posh restaurant one time and I saw
I've
these.
got it. Quail.
A quail, absolutely. Let's have a look what
Only
a
'cause
quail
it
looks
said
like.
posh restaurant.
A quail, it's like a little bird. A little bird popping about with its little legs. Right, I've got one more for you. Are you ready? Are you folks ready there? Right, okay, let's have a look. The last one is,
Now they are mini eggs.
what animal laid those?
What?
What animal
They're
laid
mini eggs.
those?
They're chocolate.
But eggs
no
come-
animal laid them.
Eggs come from surely eggs come from somewhere. Shall we see? Let's have a look. Ah, there you go. The Cadbury
Cadbury
parrot.
parrot.
Of
Oh.
course, that's where mini eggs come from. And if you don't believe me, you can ask someone about that. Absolutely.
All that talking about food and everything's made me feel a bit hungry. But maybe before we eat any more, because I've eaten so much chocolate already this morning, we should do some worship, get up on our feet, get moving, get going.
Absolutely.
So let's give ourselves a good shake off and let's do some worship.
Brilliant.
Fun.
He's the chosen one, he's the champion, the winner for all time. With me to the end, Jesus is my friend, he's always by my side. Anything I face, he will be my strength. I'm his and he is mine. I'm forever free, nothing stopping me, because he gave his life. Shout it out, it's not over, I am
Well, you know something? There are so many good worship songs out there, and I absolutely love.
Still a bit out of breath after that one.
Still out of breath, but I think that's a combination of the hot cross buns and then the worship time as well. But it's so good just to be free to worship God, to dance and to sing, and just to tell Him how much we love everything that He is about and what He's done for us. And now it's time to go over to our Connect crew. Now, as I reminded you a few weeks ago, Connect crew are no longer in space. They've got.
I was going to be waving up to space in a minute.
You're going to be waving up. You still haven't quite sussed this out yet.
I'm not always in primary. I'm quite often in preschool.
They have been in space quite a long time, but now they're actually back down on Earth and telling people about Jesus. On Earth, they're able to engage with people, and they've got this fantastic new headquarters.
Ooh.
I think we should go and see it now.
I think we should.
Okay, let's go.
All right, all the bunny ears have been distributed. The foodies group are finishing up the cupcakes. I think the Easter party plans are a check.
When does your sister Megan get here?
Well, I did invite her, but I don't think she's gonna be able to come. You know, she's so busy with school and all.
Well, that's too bad, man.
Yeah, but in her absence, I did plan a huge surprise for our Easter party.
I'm not a fan of surprises.
I'm a huge fan of surprises. What is it? What is it? What is it?
Ding dong! Did someone say surprise?
What are you doing here?
I canceled my other plans to put you first.
Okay, I'm done. I'm glad you're here, but the invitation said formal bunny ears required. Here, you can borrow mine.
We are Connect HQ.
Every day
We help the people of the world
Live God's way.
We look for the links,
Make the connection.
and you never know what might happen.
My name is Mike, and this is all about my Easter surprise. And this is the console. This is where we upload links. That's the mic button.
Can I push it?
Sure.
Don't.
But I want to.
Hey, Mike, why don't you show Megan the lounge?
Oh, yeah. Are you hungry?
I could go for a gummy bear sandwich.
Two. Now we're talking.
They really are brother and sister.
Ephesians 5:2. Live a life filled with love, following the example of Christ. He loved us and offered himself as a sacrifice for us.
Looks great.
Look who canceled all her plans to be here.
Oh, hey, Megan. It's so great to see you again.
I love the new HQ.
Me too. It's such a great place for us to grow and continue our mission in helping people by searching for links to answer their problems.
Hi, I'm Megan, Mike's sister.
I'm Nick, Mike's fixer.
Yeah, when people need something fixed, they go to Mike. Whenever Mike needs something fixed, I go to Nick.
Speaking of which, it looks like everything's ready to go for your big surprise.
Big surprise?
Oh, just a little something, you know, to show how much I love this holiday and to celebrate my sister being here.
We just finished the final touches on our verse for today's party. Can we show you guys what we have so far? Megan, would you like to learn a new verse?
Sure.
Okay, it comes from the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 2. Repeat after me. Ephesians 5:2.
Ephesians 5:2.
Live a life filled with love.
Live a life filled with love.
Following the example of Christ.
Following the example of Christ.
He loved us and offered himself as a sacrifice for us.
He loved us and offered himself as a sacrifice for us.
Wait, what does that have to do with bunny ears?
Oh, that's just for fun. Easter isn't about bunnies or baskets. Jesus gave up his whole life just for us. That's why we celebrate.
And because he died on the cross to show us his love, we're able to show God's love for other people.
Thanks for teaching me a new verse.
Well, our tour continues.
Glad you could join us.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, a little more polishing. Ephesians 5:2.
And this is the observatory where we observe stuff. Example, observe the small girl person. She is Harper.
Hi, you must be Megan. I've heard a lot about you.
It's nice to meet you. Look at that view. Hey, Ray said that you guys look for links. What's a link?
It's like a clue that helps us make a connection and answer problems.
We should show her an example. Do you have any problems we could help you with?
Well, when I talk to my friends at school about Jesus, they don't really understand who he was or what he did. I'm not always sure how to talk about him with them.
We should show her a Bible link.
That's a great idea. I'll show you one of my Easter favorites. It's called Jesus Gave It All. Here.
This is his 66 picks mixed up into one. The book's about God, who he is and what he's done. It's the Holy Bible, y'all, with God's truth packed tight inside. It's alive, a prize to hide in your heart and in your mind. Old Testaments are set up for the big event when Jesus crashed the scene with a new arrangement. It's history, his story, whose story, God's story. Oh, the story of how much he loves me. Let it blow up all the pages, let the show go on. Let his word explode from this video into your life.
Have you heard the story of how God so loved the world that he gave to all of us his only son? Jesus grew into a man, he healed the sick, he loved the lonely, he gave God's love away to everyone. Jesus gave it all. The people followed him, they'd never seen that kind of love. He loved them all no matter what they've done. But not everyone was happy. Some of them were jealous, so they made plans to kill God's only son. Jesus gave it all. And one night while he was praying, some soldiers came to find him. They took him to their rulers who didn't know just what to do. They asked the people gathered just what they should do with him. The crowds crucify him, though he did nothing wrong. Jesus gave it all. And the soldiers tried to break him. The crowds, they mocked and scorned. They led him up a hill called Calvary, and then nailed him to a cross. Still he asked God to forgive them. They didn't understand that it was all for you and me. Jesus gave it all. Jesus said, "It is finished." Then he took his final breath, and the sky grew black as midnight, and the earth began to shake, and the crowd began to tremble. They shook their heads and wondered, and the soldier said, "I know that this man was the Son of God." Jesus gave it all. And they took him off the cross. They placed him in a tomb. They rolled a large round stone in the doorway of the cave. Some soldiers, they stood watching, making sure no one could enter. Jesus' friends were sad and hopeless as they all went home that day. Jesus gave it all. On the morning of the third day, his mother Mary came to see him, to make his body ready for the grave where he would lay. But the tomb, it was empty. An angel came to tell her, "He's not here, he's risen. See, the stone's been rolled away." Jesus gave it all. Jesus gave it all. Jesus gave it all.
Jesus gave it all because he loves us.
He conquered sin and death, so we don't have to.
It's like the verse we just learned. When my friends ask me about Jesus, I can tell them that he came to earth to show us how to live and love God's way. He changed the world.
It's a great place to start.
Thanks for the help.
All right, let's go back to the hub. And Harper, remember, the Easter party starts at 2. I have a big surprise I can't wait to share with you.
Sweet.
Thanks, Nick. All I have to do is press this button and my Easter surprise will happen.
Should we test it?
No. It took so much work to get it set up. But you can press this button.
What does it do?
I have no idea. Let's find out.
I guess it doesn't do anything.
Let's try another button.
What is happening? Are we under attack?
Mike is probably pressing random buttons again.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's working.
Mike, are you pressing buttons?
No, she did it.
You're making this place go disco.
Sorry. Oh, it's almost time for my huge, big surprise. I gotta go get changed into my Easter clothes. Can you hang out here with Don?
I can show you some hilarious videos of bunny races.
Okay.
And this bunny's gonna race on out of here and change into his Easter clothes.
How do they get all those bunnies to jump over all those hurdles?
That's a great question. Like, why are bunnies' noses so cute? Or what is Mike's big surprise today?
Oh, I know the answer to that one.
You do?
It's this button.
That button?
Mm-hmm.
What does it do?
Oh no!
Oh, no.
You weren't supposed to press it.
Whoops. We gotta get these eggs back up there before Mike gets back. How did you get them up there in the first place?
What happened in here?
We accidentally ruined Mike's surprise.
Help us get these eggs back up there.
Oh, no. No.
Okay, guys. This is obviously not working.
We could try hiding them.
Or maybe we could just tell him what happened.
He'll be heartbroken. He was so excited. Wait, Mike said Nick can fix anything. Maybe he could help?
He's in the lounge. You go distract Mike and I'll go get Nick.
Leave it to Mike to somehow make a mess in a room he's not even in.
There you are, you big bunny.
Oh, you weren't supposed to see me yet.
Well, I need to distract you.
What?
I mean, I need to ask you, why do you love Easter so much?
Because, well, it's a day that reminds me that without Jesus, my heart would still be full of sin. When Jesus died on the cross, he put us first. He didn't let anything stop him from giving his life on the cross for us. And for me, that sacrifice is an amazing thing to celebrate.
Wow, that's awesome.
Now, let's get going, because I cannot wait to share the surprise with you.
Mike, wait. I ruined it.
Huh?
I ruined your surprise. I told Dot about the button, and she pressed it, and it rained Easter eggs.
Was it glorious?
It was. Are you mad?
No way. I wouldn't let anything keep me from being happy that my only family is here to celebrate with me.
Really?
You gave up everything to be here today. You put me first and showed me that you love me, just like Jesus did. God's love puts others first.
I'm glad I got to celebrate with you today. I'm sorry I ruined your surprise.
It's okay. We still have cupcakes. Let's go.
Yes!
where'd all the eggs go?
I told him what happened.
I reset the button if you want to do it again.
All right, well, happy Easter, everybody. Actually, you can push it.
Seriously?
Yeah, God's love puts others first.
Okay, get ready, everyone.
Let the Easter party begin!
Hi, I'm Mike,
And I'm Megan.
and we're with Connect HQ. Today, we learned something that we wanted to share with you. The Bible tells us in the book of Ephesians.
Ephesians 5:2. Live a life filled with love, following the example of Christ. He loved us and offered himself as a sacrifice for us.
Jesus loved us so much, he gave his whole life for us. And we can follow his example by spending our whole lives showing God's love to others.
Because he loves us, Jesus gave it all and sacrificed everything to be on earth with us. He showed us how to love God's way and even chose to die for us and take the punishment for our sin.
Jesus conquered sin and death, so we don't have to. When we follow him, we have forgiveness for our sins. When Jesus gave it all, he healed our hearts. If we follow him, he makes it possible for us to put others first. God's love puts others first.
Happy Easter!
And remember, Connect HQ is here to help you. The sacrifice that Jesus made on the cross made it possible for us to put others first. But first, we must accept his love by making the decision to follow Jesus with our entire lives. If you want to make that decision, all you have to remember is your ABCs. A, admit. Admit that you've done wrong and ask God to forgive you for disobeying him. B, believe. Believe God sent Jesus to take the punishment for your sin. Trust that you're forgiven because Jesus made you right with God. C, choose. Choose to spend your whole life depending on God's power to help you say no to sin. As you live and love like Jesus, tell others God is the leader of your life and your #1 friend. If you want to make that decision today, be sure to talk about it with your Connect small group leader before you leave.
Wow,
Brilliant.
what an amazing connection.
I
this morning.
love those guys. I can't wait to hang out with those guys. I would be so amazing.
I think our time's nearly up here this morning, but because it's Easter and everything, I think we should pray. So
Absolutely.
close your eyes or just sit quietly where you are. Might want to put your hands out. We just say, dear God, just thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you that you sent your son Jesus to make us all free, that we can do what we want to do and we've got no reason to be worried or concerned, that you are with us all the time and that you love us so much. And we just thank you for that in your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. And we hope that you have an amazing Easter Sunday, whatever you go off and do. Jane hopefully is going to share her chocolate with me. I want to go and roll some eggs, and I want to remember what Jesus did for me. And we hope that you have a fantastic week ahead, and we hope to see you next week back here again. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.